What exactly is network marketing? Well, talking around to people who had even a rudimentary level awareness of multi-level marketing yielded an almost universally negative response.
It has a bad connotation, really.
Oh, network marketing, I'm not sure.
Scheme.
I think everybody in the state of Utah has been pitched at least 6 or 7 network marketing opportunities.
People talking to other people who someone's opinion they respect tells them about it, they tend to join.
I thought it was something that you confronted all your friends and filled up your garage, and I was very negative and very away from it.
People bugging their friends, contacting their friends, oh, here comes Rex again, or here comes Joe again.
They get people to join because they make promises that they can't really live up to.
If anything goes wrong, like the people that you get to network are people that are close to you, usually your family, your close friends, and so if something goes wrong, it kind of creates controversy.
The lying in network marketing is just so unbelievable. And the pressure to lie.
Forget the paycheck.
Anybody can do it.
300 million is extreme opportunity.
There are people in this room whose first check will be over 100 grand.
You basically have to lie, cheat, and steal to be successful.
Well, they get you in, they take your money, and then they're all rich and you don't have anything, you're doing all the work.
There's a lot of unethical people in network marketing.
I've always shied away and just said, don't bother me.
Make money quickly.
It's get rich quick. That's network marketing.
Well, those things only work when you get involved in the beginning.
You know, if you think of a salesman, I mean, you think of typically like a checkered sport coat, you know, like wide lapels on a car lot. You know, hey, have I got a deal for you? I mean, who wants to be a salesperson?
Do you need experience in selling to join them? No. It's nice if you have it. But experience is not required because their managers can train any man to make good earnings in a short period of time.
So, everyone has an opinion about network marketing, but what is it really and what is it not? Is it a pyramid scam? Is it a Ponzi scheme? Is it a great way to make a living? We set off on an 18-month journey to explore this fascinating business phenomenon that began as something uniquely American and has now reached around the globe. This is the story of 4 new distributors and a brand new network marketing startup. We followed both the company and the people as they all hustled to chase the dream and build the downline.
Well, it was an interesting transition for us because my husband and I had been involved in another company for about 18 years. In the past, I did the business and David supported me, and this is the time that we're truly doing it together. And I think that's been the most exciting part for us working the business. Our why is to build something together for the first time, where right from day one, you know, we're partners 100%. I've seen an excitement level come into his life at the age of 61 that I never saw before. He's so jazzed in the morning when he gets up, and he's so excited when he goes to bed at night that for me as a wife, you know, that's really the most important thing to me right now, is to see my husband so lit up and to have a partner standing next to me that is the most important person in my life.
That's a little about me history here. I moved down to Fort Lauderdale a few years ago with my girlfriend, about 7 years, and it was the first time that I've moved in with her, and we lived on the beach, and it kind of went down the tubes, and I was stuck in a lease. You know, got a job at Blue Martini down there, which is one of the you know, probably the hottest nightclub in Fort Lauderdale. And I was working the VIP section, making some serious coin. I also was working as a personal trainer at the LA Fitness down there in Fort Lauderdale. And working, you know, a good 14, 16 hours every day, and you know, was on pace for over $100,000, you know, that year. And I was 23 years old, about to be turning 24, and I started to look around and noticed some of the bartenders were 28, 30, you know, and wanted to do something else. And I started looking. I have a, you know, degree in the sports field, and you know, for phys ed, and just nothing that would have made me the kind of money that would you know, support the lifestyle I want to live. So I never read when I was younger, and some go-getter type guy, you know, M3, makes a lot of money. I heard him mention the book Think and Grow Rich, and it just kind of stuck in my head. I remembered him say that, so I went in the bookstore and I bought that book, and it literally changed my life. It showed me there was some, you know, success principles that if you follow, you know, you can have whatever it is in your life, you know, whether it be, you money or happiness, whatever. And blew my mind and made me, for the first time, I really felt in control of my life. And sent me on a book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, that taught me some secrets of the wealthy, and it sent me to Amazon to buy 14 more books that next day. I'll never forget it. And I just went crazy into reading and started being at Blue Martini and the VIP. A lot of those guys were self-made multimillionaires, and I started questioning them and asking them how they did it. And it was pretty much by exactly what the book said. It just, I was amazed.
Now, is this your first foray into network marketing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, actually. Well, sort of. My mom was into Sunrider.
Okay.
But as far as me participating, yes.
And what are your feelings about network marketing as an industry as a whole?
Actually, I think it's great because it's free advertising. You're working with people who are testing the product. People are working their own schedules. And people are motivated because the product is good and because they have control over their own time. And it's proven to work, in the States, especially in Utah. And I think it's the best way for a company to advertise their product because it puts the control in the hands of those, who care.
I enjoy the opportunity to create wealth. My traditional background in industry and business is just that, it's traditional. So my exposure to network marketing has been over the last 90 days. And I can tell you I'm very impressed with what I see. A very dear friend of mine that's in the industry introduced me to this opportunity, and he captured my attention just long enough to where I actually saw really the strategy of what he was talking about. So as time went on, he encouraged me to come to an event in Salt Lake City. Very busy with my business. He stayed after me though and encouraged me to go to Salt Lake City. And when I did that, I got the opportunity to meet the executives that are going to be responsible for managing this company and rolling this company out across the globe. And I was very impressed with what I saw.
I think people are sort of chasing a dream, thinking they're starting some kind of a business, and it just doesn't really work out that way.
A lot of people I know that have ever gotten into it never make money.
The majority of the people lose at this game.
One of the worst consequences of these programs is the impact that it has on people's relationships. We even have evidence, those of us who have researched this, of a very high number of divorces coming out of this, and we've even seen suicides come out of this.
I was always taught to stay away from pyramid schemes, and that's basically what I was told it was.
We don't ever want to say that network marketing is bad, but I think over the years it's created an image within itself that has a negative connotation to it.
The network marketing industry as a whole does have some scar tissue, but we're working through that.
Pyramid schemes back in the old days were something where there was no product or service of any value.
It used to be very few companies were involved. Everyone believed it was some type of a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme in which viable products were not being sold. As a result, it kind of had a really negative stigma in the industry.
While such businesses do operate legitimately in all 50 states and around the world, the industry has a recognized image problem due to the fact that it is often difficult to distinguish legitimate MLMs from such illegal scams as pyramid or Ponzi schemes. Named after inventor Charles Ponzi, a Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investment plan that involves a central broker offering impossibly quick turnarounds and huge returns to investors by using funds invested by subsequent victims, rather than from the revenues of any actual business. The scheme won't collapse as long as the originator keeps getting new investors. Ponzi perfected the scam of robbing Peter to pay Paul, and in the summer of 1920 was making more than $2 million a week. Relentless newspaper investigations eventually led to his downfall, and Ponzi wound up in jail. A true pyramid scheme involves the exchange of cash for recruiting other chumps into the scheme without any product or service in return, just a dream to strike it rich. The most popular version ever is the airplane game. In this classic, there are 4 types of players: captain, co-pilot, crew, and passenger. Each player must recruit 2 others, who in turn must each recruit 2 others, who in turn must each recruit 2 others, and so on and so on. You get it. The genius of the idea lies in the simplicity. The end result is 15 soon-to-be millionaires involved with the scheme. The person at the top of the pyramid is the captain. The 2 below him are co-pilots. The 4 below are crew, and the bottom 8 joiners are the passengers. The 8 passengers must each pay $1,500 to join the scheme. The resulting $12,000 goes to the captain, who leaves the pyramid with the nifty $10,500 profit. Everyone remaining moves up 1 tier. So far so good, right? There are now 2 new captains, so naturally the group splits into 2 separate airplanes, both desperately needing 8 new passengers. A person who joins will not see a return until he or she becomes a captain. Seems pretty lucrative and easy. I mean, why learn a skill and get a job when you're only a few steps away from being a captain? As long as it grows forever, it'll work, right? Well, let's look at the math on that one. After only 10 consecutive splits originating from the first plane, there would be 1,024 planes. All of the planes put together would include 7,168 players. All the planes are now looking for a total of 8,192 new recruits, resulting in a total of 15,360 players and revenue of more than $12 million. I guess that's pretty realistic, huh? Just keep recruiting new passengers and everyone is going to make money, right? Anyone with me on this? After just 20 consecutive splits, there would now be a total of 1,048,575 pilots, 8,388,607 total players. The total dollars involved would be $12,582,900,000, or roughly the GDP of Jordan. Not Michael Jordan, the country. To get to split number 21, 4,194,304 new suckers need to be recruited. That's the population of Ireland. A few splits later, and we've reached the entire population of the planet as passengers. The people 2 or 3 steps above them have 0 chance of getting their money back. They may as well give their money to the birds. And that's in a mathematical best case scenario. So, as the pyramid expands, the money simply travels up the chain, and only the originators win by swindling the followers. Furthermore, the people in the worst situation are the ones at the bottom who want to believe in the plan, but are unable to recruit any passengers themselves. Eventually, enough people get burned that word spreads faster than the scam itself, so the pilots simply fly off and reinvent the airplane as a new type of pyramid. Left in the wake are some very unhappy people. Since the concepts of pyramid schemes and network marketing have become one and the same to many people, these companies face a constant battle against this image.
Yes, but the old one too. You tell the prospect, well, yes, that would seem to be the case, but there's another angle.
Many pyramid schemes try to disguise themselves as network marketing companies because they want to appear legal.
What our company has and what other legitimate network marketing companies have is a product that is consumed by end consumers. It's not a money game about moving money. If someone's unhappy with our product, we offer them a refund. So I mean, there's a clear delineation between this and a pyramid scheme.
Corporate America is a bigger pyramid scheme because you know for sure the person at the top is the one that makes the most money.
Plan A, Corporate America, has incentive to make sure that network marketing doesn't get off the ground. Now, they only need to plant a seed. If you don't do the research, how would you ever know? If you don't get involved, how would you ever know what potential diamond is sitting out there in the rough for you to pick up?
The public's perception is primarily, in my opinion, from a lack of understanding.
Most people that have actually had experience with it will perhaps not succeed at it, but at least understand that it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not so much a disreputable company or type of business like everyone said it was.
For a long time, I didn't quite understand network marketing. I think I understand it better now that it involves me helping you understand a product that's interesting to me.
I think a lot of the younger generation has, you'll talk to someone who's be like, oh, that's a pyramid. And they're like, well, pyramids aren't even around in the younger generation. So it's kind of a passed down thing. And I'll ask someone to explain what a pyramid is, and they can't explain what it is. So I don't think that people really understand what the industry is. And when you can enlighten someone, it's pretty cool.
We have a Gen X and a Millennium generation coming up, and these are individuals who I don't think were tarnished by their parents being scammed by this industry and what it produced in the 60s and the 70s. A lot of us, my age, when you say networking, immediately shrink. These 19, 20, 21-year-olds, they don't shrink. They see the opportunity. They get it. it's really interesting to watch a younger generation who hasn't been tarnished looking at an economic model and seeing the viability in it for them.
I mean, gone are the days where my father and probably your father may have worked for a corporation or a bank for the rest of their life, for their whole life. I mean, that doesn't happen anymore. You tell me one job out there, other than a few, that people could actually say that they have a good, safe job.
Well, I think with all this corporate downsizing, we hear that term a lot. We hear different things. People have been in careers for a long time, being replaced. So the perception has got to change, because it's a viable alternative to help people achieve the things that they're actually seeking.
Many are aware of pyramid schemes, and they usually consider multi-level marketing to be the same thing. Multi-level marketing, also known as network marketing, is a business structure in which people sell goods and services through direct social networks, and are often encouraged to sign up customers as new distributors. In doing so, they create their own network, or downline. Many network marketing plans pay commissions for both the sale of goods and for the recruitment of new players. Furthermore, distributors earn commissions on the sales and recruitments achieved by those they have brought on board. The birth of multi-level marketing is completely intertwined with the birth of the vitamin and supplement industry. While an exact start date is hard to pin down, most roads lead back to Carl Renberg, an American businessman who lived in China in the early 1920s. While there, Renberg became interested in nutrition and its effects on body function and performance. After his return to the U.S., he founded the California Vitamin Company, later renamed Nutrilite, and developed a dietary supplement that could provide people with nutrients regardless of their eating habits. Renberg distributed the supplements to friends, and when they tried it, they liked it, and told their friends. Soon, he realized that the new sales representatives coming aboard were friends and family of the existing sales force, primarily because they wanted wholesale prices. He also saw that it was easier to create a sales force of a lot of people who each sold a small amount of product than it was to find a few super salesmen who moved a lot. The company designed a compensation structure that encouraged salespeople to invite new reps from satisfied customers, who had the same right to offer the product and representative status to others. The company rewarded them for the sales produced by their entire network. And the downline was born. Nutrilite's gross sales quickly reached $500,000 a month. But the zeal to make more exploded too, and that led to wild claims about the products. Potential Nutrilite customers were being given a booklet that implied its products could help everything from allergies to cancer. In 1951, after a lengthy FDA investigation, courts issued a permanent injunction forbidding Nutrilite from ever again referencing those materials. In 1949, two young men named Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel became Nutrilite distributors. In the ensuing decade, they built a prosperous network across the country. But in 1959, frustrated by internal conflicts at Nutrilite, they created their own products and a new company. The American Way Corporation, or Amway, was the result. Within 10 years, they had purchased Nutrilite, and Amway remains the world's largest MLM company. Meanwhile, in 1956, Nutrilite had been joined in network marketing by Dr. Forrest Shackley, a chiropractor looking to gain broader distribution for the supplements he'd been using in his practice. But how do you educate people about a product they don't even know that they need? Dr. Shackley and his sons explored traditional marketing outlets. However, their shoestring budget turned those roads into dead ends. Then, Dr. Shackley had the idea of people educating people. Distributors could be educated about the supplement's benefits. They then pass along their knowledge to you, the new customer, earning a commission with every sale. Pure direct sales similar to Nutrilite. But Shackley had another idea to help his product spread. What if top-selling distributors could provide leadership for others who wanted to learn the business, earning small commissions in the process? The first tier sales structure was set up. These early companies' financial success attracted attention, and soon a rash of MLM companies sprang into existence. It didn't take sharp operators long to come up with a counterfeit version based on the Ponzi and pyramid schemes. They looked like MLMs, but were set up solely to fleece people. Legislation was passed to rub out pyramid selling. But many anti-pyramid laws also discriminated unintentionally against legitimate network marketing, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. In 1974, then-Senator Walter Mondale declared such companies to be the nation's #1 consumer fraud. Law enforcement agencies moved to clean up the abuses. In the mid-1970s, the Federal Trade Commission and many state agencies turned their attention to nearly all network marketing companies. In 1975, the FTC filed suit against Amway, alleging that the company was an illegal pyramid. Amway spent 4 years and millions of dollars in legal fees to clear its name. In 1979, the FTC ruled that Amway was not a pyramid, that its revenues were generated from the sale of its products, and the FTC acknowledged network marketing as a legal distribution system. Network marketing exploded in the next decades, with a wide array of companies, product ranges, reward plans, and cultures emerging over the years. With the arrival of the internet, MLMs moved online. Many established companies began to use the internet to promote products, while many startups started out in cyberspace. In recent years, network marketing has evolved and matured, and the approach is now in use by a wide array of companies with diverse product ranges, reward plans, and cultures. At one time, nearly all MLMs focused on nutrition and health, but today's companies feature everything from online music downloading to adult toys. You heard that right, adult toys. And in this age of branding, when everything from weather reports to sports stadiums feature corporate brands, some newer network marketing players have focused heavily on their brand images.
You have a couple of entities out there, Zango and Agel, that have really brought a new thing to the table, and that's a direct focus on branding. Now, in the world that I come from, branding's been around for years and years and years and years and years. But when you talk about network marketing, I had not seen the kind of branding differentiation and effort, really, I think, until Zango, and then after Zango through Agel. So, I mean, the industry is maturing. It's becoming traditional in and of itself.
Let's go.
This is not your father's Amway.
DJ, spin that track button.
Let me get a little bit more volume. My name is One Y'all gonna ride out your truly rock team. Let's ride. Let's ride. I know I clocking dollars out. I know I get the flow. I know my team be supreme everywhere we go. I know I getting money. Living like ballers. Cause I be rolling with your next pimpin'. How about you? It's a shame I came in the crew with it. Some of y'all lanes wouldn't know what to do with it. For me, I'm a Gen X winner. 18 real step, agile representer. One rocker, sick with the flow. Agile fit when I step in the door. 561 fitted dip down low. Got a whole team with me, never roll solo. Don't front, I know you done seen me. VIP in a blue martini with two hot girls looking like genius. Agile shorts just to hide the bikinis. Yes sir, that's how I go. One on fit, got the other on next. So coming through so fresh, so clean. Nothing but dime chicks on my team. Agile got a boss in the field. Got a boss in the field. Okay, I messed up. Y'all got to apologize. We got rolled on the dime and we got
I think the big thing that one of the items that we're trying to really be different in our marketing department is not feeling like a network marketing company. Although that's not a bad thing, and I think we're trying to make that market something fun and cool that people want to be part of. And I think our products, our look, our feel speaks exactly that.
I would say that the hype has a lot to do with it. It's kind of that whole, I don't want to necessarily say this mob mentality, I don't know. People are all together, they're wanting to do it, they get excited.
Hype might be the wrong word. I think it would be more of an emotion. When you attend a conference, your energy level, your excitement about the product, your excitement about what you're doing is way up here.
By and large, 9 out of 10 conventions I've been to, it's just the excitement of being with people who are going in the same direction in their life as you're going.
It's kind of like a coach rallying the troops to go out and tackle, get the football field going.
I want to be hyped. I want to feel good. And when I go to those, I don't feel like that is that's a negative thing.
To the world outside these doors, that world doesn't get it yet. The people in this room, they get it.
Our mission is to go out and create 300 millionaires in the next 36 to 48 months.
Let's dream and let's bring as many people as we can with us. Thank you.
The company that is considering you is a good one.
Your greatest opportunity for success is when the company is still on the ground level. Now, in ground level is at the beginning. All companies are saying whenever there's a new product that's introduced, it's the ground level. And there's never a better time than to get with a company than today. Well, that's what they say, though it's not true. Now, the first distributors who become involved have the advantage of working more directly with the marketing reps of the company, like the top echelon, and all the distributors that sign up will go under them.
Now let's go beyond what is network marketing. What is Agile to me? What it represents to me is the opportunity to work where I want, when I want, with whom I want, and if I want.
One of the things that I love about the Agile compensation plan is that your income is truly based upon the organization that you build. You're not going to have anyone come to you and say, hey, wait a minute, you made too much money. So if you think that this is a pyramid, understand it's not.
I do this because this is absolutely the best way to move products to end-line users, to generate income. It is the best way to live, period. I believe that center of my being, or I wouldn't be doing it. And I believe that Agile represents not just the best iteration of this industry today, but it represents the best iteration of this industry that I have ever seen.
I can say that my very first check from Agile was over $80,000 US. I can now say with very, very little hype, speculation, conjecture that my first 12 months with this company will be something in excess of $1.6 million. What's the kind of income you want to replace? Where do you want to go? Can you do it here? Pretty clearly.
One thing I love about Agile is the image that it's portraying. It's not just attracting business people, but my kids' friends come over and they see these packages and they're like, hey, what is that? Can we try some of that? How can we get some of that? And so I think it crosses generations. And I think that's what's so unique and exciting about it.
Good.
I've actually been in this industry, in the network marketing, direct sales industry for 16 years. Being in the industry, I know the products that are good, those that work in the industry.